welcome everyone to Disney Talk Tuesday. My name is Daniela and I'm so glad to be here with you guys tonight. So a few things on the agenda tonight. We will be talking about Frozen 2 theories. The newest trailer just came out last week, and a shameless plug, if you haven't seen our trailer reaction, we put it out, it's our last video on our channel, go check that out. My son Alex, our 3-year-old, is on it and he is the absolute cutest and I love his reaction. So check it out if you're into that sort of thing. So we're going to be talking about Frozen 2 tonight. We will also be discussing who our Jeopardy contestants are coming up this week for February, and we will also be doing an overview of what the prizes are in case you've missed it. And I think that's about, oh, and I have one more announcement that I'll be talking about. Hey Stacy, hey Steve, good to see you guys in the stream. If you are in the chat, go ahead and say hi, just so I know who's here. If you can go ahead and like our stream, that'd be excellent, and share it out, that would be helpful as well. So let me go ahead and pull up the chat here, turn my brightness down, make sure my volume is off. Awesome, good to see you guys tonight. Hey John, good to see you. What is up, Noah? Good to see you. And hey, our Midwest Life, good to see you here. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and discuss one thing that I really wanted to talk about today real quick. A lot of us know Cargo 619 and our Disney community is a huge supporter. I wanted to encourage everyone, if you haven't checked it out yet, go check out her stream. She had a stream last week about Rare Genetic Disease Day. Just a recap of that stream. She is asking us to share awareness of the Rare Genetic Disease Day, which she personally has had people in her family that she knows that have that. And so for that day, it's the last day of February, February 28th. What we're going to be doing is everyone wearing some sort of jeans or jean cloth denim to kind of show awareness of that day. So if you want more details about that, go to her stream. I'm going to put it in my description. Check out that video. Support as you can. I think especially in our community, it's important to support each other where we're at, and especially when we're vulnerable like that. So check that out. In way of announcement, next thing I want to talk about is our Jeopardy contestants of the month, which is really exciting. Another thing, a few things. I have a lot of things to talk about before we get to Frozen. But regarding Jeopardy contestants, we have D. Hazel, who is our December winner, coming back. And then we also have Walt from Mouse Talk will be competing against D. Hazel. And then Walt's wife, Melissa, as we all love Walt and Melissa from Mouse Talk, will be competing against each other this month on Jeopardy, Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We hope to see you guys back here. It's going to be a pretty epic battle. D. Hazel versus Melissa versus Walt. It'll be interesting to see who we pull for here. Hey, welcome in, R. Johns. I missed you there. Good to see you guys. Team Melissa, yes, that'll be fun. So I hope you guys can come out for that. Another fun little fact: this month is our 1-year anniversary of doing Disney Trivia Night and Jeopardy nights. So we're pretty excited. We'll probably do something to celebrate that in the near future, either towards the end of this month or beginning of next month, to kind of tribute to our 1 year of doing Disney Trivia Night. So we're really excited about that. So if you don't know, let the word out and have all sorts of people come out to our special Jeopardy Night this month, which is celebrating our 1-year anniversary. So it's really exciting. That's about it in way of Jeopardy contestants announcements. I am going to go ahead and share the prize one more time for this month, in case people missed it the last couple times that we've shared it. Steve's World, who is in the chat, has graciously donated these prizes for us in return to being our promotion channel of the month. So check out Steve's World. He has some great content, especially if you have little kids that build Legos. He gives you great step-by-step instructions on how to do that. Adorables, very cute. A live chat winner in Jeopardy will be winning this, and the winner in Jeopardy. He gave us all sorts of prizes, y'all, so it's pretty exciting. Tsum Tsums, very cool. You can have your own opening video. And then these awesome little pop figurines. Tailspin, you got Baloo and Louie, very cool. Super excited to be sending these out. And then the grand prize for the Jeopardy winner only is this game box of Family Feud Disney Edition. I think this is so cool. I really wish I myself could get it. So If you didn't make it onto Jeopardy to be a contestant, no worries at all. Still come out, come participate in our live chat. If you win the live chat, you have the ability to win some of these prizes too. So that's it for that. That is my shameless Jeopardy plug on Disney Talk Tuesday nights. The whole reason we do these nights is so that we can have just some relaxed time talking to you guys. It's not so intense like our trivia nights. We don't really have a lot of time to chat and get to know y'all and connect with y'all. So there you have it. Thank you all for being here. So tonight we are going to talk about Frozen 2 a little bit. I was reading up on some theories, so here's a recap of the trailer if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, I highly encourage you to go see it. It's a really intense one. I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are in the chat. Like, I loved it, honestly. So we have our trailer reaction. You can hear more about our reaction there. Alex, my little 3-year-old, participated in that with me, and it was super cute to see his reactions to that show, to that movie. And in our household, we see Frozen at least twice a week. So Gabby loves it, and so does Alex. So we're pretty excited for Frozen 2 to come out. Okay, so the trailer is epic. It starts off with it's like a dark and stormy scene, very different from like how Frozen started off. Elsa is running on water and trying to freeze it to get over the waves, and she fails and then tries again. It's really intense musically as well. And then it increasingly gets intense as we go into shift the scene into Anna in a room full of frozen diamonds everywhere, which is interesting. We'll come back to that. And then we switch to a scene where Kristoff is on Sven. He's riding along with all the reindeers, chasing or running away from something. That's the interesting part. We don't know what it is. And then we see Anna make a dangerous jump from like one end of the cliff to a next, which is interesting. Where is she going to? We see a different side of Anna. It's all really intriguing to me. And then we see Elsa in the middle of a ring of fire, a fuchsia color. It's like a pink, purple, fuchsia color fire. With Olaf in the middle, so it's really, I don't know, it was so captivating the way that they shifted between scenes. We then see a scene in the forest with leaves. We see a new female character arrives on that scene, and then there's a new male character who gets caught up in the whirlwind of leaves, which is really interesting. And then we have a dramatic end of the 5 characters staring off through the forest, which in the background you see like the snowy mountains. So you think it ends there, but then it comes back and Anna grabs Kristoff's sword and then strikes behind them, and they both, all 3 of them look backwards, and we're all left to wonder, what is she striking exactly? So that is a recap of the trailer itself. I highly encourage y'all to go check out that trailer. It is intense. I loved it, and it got me super stoked and excited for Frozen 2. I think it'll get everyone pretty much who's a fan pretty excited. All right, let me get back to the chat and see what was said here. Stacy Rogers. Hey, welcome in, TK Top Tunes, and welcome in, Amy Scott. Good to see you guys. Stacy Rogers. I just have to say, D, of all the Frozen 2 teaser trailer reactions, the one you did with Alex is by far my favorite. You have to always do trailer reactions with Alex. I agree, says Steve. Yes, thank you, Stacy. I really appreciate that encouragement. I was so excited to get Alex's reaction to it, and he has some interesting theories himself. It looks interesting. We'll probably go see it at the movies, says Amy Scott. Amy, yeah, I could totally see that. So I'm really excited for both Toy Story 4 and Frozen 2, particularly from my kids' perspective this time, because like when those movies came out, like my kids weren't around. So I'm really excited to see them excited about these. Like Toy Story is Alex's favorite, and Frozen is the only movie that Gabby sits through from beginning to end. So by the time Frozen 2 comes out, she'll be closer to 2.5, so it'll be a really good age to take it to the theater. So we might actually try it, depending on how she does. So that's really exciting. Yes, according to Alex, so his theory, it's Hans, at least according to Alex, is what Stacy said. So according to Alex, Anna is striking Hans at the end of Frozen 2 trailer, which is really hilarious that he came up with that all on his own. So it was cool. So what do we know about Frozen 2? What can we gather from the trailer itself? We know that our 5 favorite characters are all back. We have Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven all coming back. But yet we know that we have two new character voices coming out because it was announced that Evan Rachel Wood would be in Frozen 2 as a voice cast, a cast for the voices, and Sterling K. Brown, our very, very beloved This Is Us actor, right, Stacey? So we know that these two characters will come. We also know in the trailer we saw two new characters. So could they be those characters? Who knows? What are those characters doing? Are they the villains? Are they friends? We're not sure yet. There's a lot of unknowns from the trailer, and I kind of like it like that. I'm enjoying the mystery, and I'm enjoying just kind of brainstorming what is to come. So one of the things that came out recently, or right after the trailer came out, was the snowflake-like crystals that were in Anna's room seem to be related to Elsa's snowflakes. The design of it are very related to Elsa's snowflakes. So there's a lot of theories out there. Some people say that is it like Elsa's way to alerting Anna that she's in danger, and that's why we see, you know, Anna in the dark when she's in the room and Elsa in the dark, you know, fighting the storm. Some people have just said that, you know, is it may Anna have some powers of her own coming out in this movie? There's a lot of theories, very little to really grasp on here, but it's definitely interesting to think through. Steve's World says, was it Steve or Stacey? Oh, Stacey said, I loved it. Watching him watch the trailer made me want to see the movie even more. Yes, Stacey, I totally agree, and I think that's why I love it. Ah, Steve's World, there it is. I enjoy the mystery as well. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Right, Randall, he's a great actor. I can't wait to find out more about his character. I totally agree, Stacey. I think Randall, aka Sterling K. Brown, is an excellent actor, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see how he comes out in this character and in this movie. So what else do we learn? So there's a fuchsia fire, right, that is around Elsa and Olaf, which is all interesting. I don't know if anyone noticed, but the fire is in the shape of a heart going around them. So I thought that was interesting. Why is that there? Why is it a shape of a heart? No idea, but I just throwing that out there. Kristoff, one of the theories that I heard was that he could be possibly running away from the forest that may be on fire, that may be the same fire that Elsa is battling. So he's gathering all his reindeer friends and running away from a fire. So that's an interesting theory. Or he's really determined to get to a destination. Hey, welcome in, Kitty Cat. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on in. So much going on. The young girl in the forest, like at first glance, those two new characters kind of seem like they could have been Anna and Kristoff. But once you like slow it down, you can really see that there are two different characters. You know, that she looks completely different from Anna, and then the guy that's whirling in the wind can look like Kristoff, except he has a thinner body build, so we know it's a totally different person. So that's interesting as well. The other thing that I found was interesting that I heard about is the thumbnail that I chose today is that scene where everyone's looking out into the forest, and then there's like snowy mountains in the background. And so they were saying that it could be a possible foreshadowing of the fire versus ice battle that is to come in this movie. So that's also all very intriguing. Welcome in, Timothy and the Flames 37. We were just talking about some theories about Frozen that I've read up on and heard about. So yeah, there's a lot out there. It's really fun to think about. Hey, Haley, good to see you. Welcome in. So I like what they're thinking there, like the foreshadowing of a battle coming. Because if you look at that scene, it really is like a forest of fire and like these snowy, beautiful mountains in the background. You kind of can see like the foretelling or foreshadowing of what's to come in the movie. So that's really cool. We have no idea, but it's fun to like brainstorm and think about ideas for me, I think. And then two last theories that I've read about were, are they trying to find their parents that, you know, mysteriously are gone in a shipwreck? That could be another version of this. Let's see. Someone came in. Hey, Raphael, good to see you. I think I missed a comment or two. Let me go back up here. So yeah, there's a lot going on in this trailer. Now it excites me to no end, really. This trailer was more of a focus on the beauty of the animation rather than giving away too much of the plot. Timothy, I absolutely agree. The animation and just the trailer alone, it does get you really excited for what's to come. So I really like that a lot. The fire could also symbolize a melting of Elsa's coldness. Yeah, that's really interesting theory for sure. Especially since like she seems to be on some sort of, maybe another theory was she's training for something when she's like on that island and running towards the water, like maybe training her ice powers for something. I have no idea. But it does seem as if Anna is on the hunt for Elsa again. So I don't know. I don't know what's to come here. I think they are definitely trying to find their parents. Whether or not they were killed by a big cat is still a mystery. Yeah, I would agree. I have no idea. There's another theory out there that I didn't get too much into, but y'all can read up on it or watch a video. Honestly, I just watch videos on it because I'm not much of a reader. That this is an interesting theory. Elsa and Anna's mom. So if anyone knows her name, that would be helpful. Edna, Iota, I don't know. If someone knows her name, put her in the chat and I'll try to pronounce it. Her mom may have been cursed with, like when she had Elsa, with some creating magical powers in Elsa, because her brother, the king, so their father, is siblings with Tangled's mom. So there's an interesting theory between the relation between Frozen and Tangled, which I find also just super intriguing, that relation. And we know that's there because we see Tangled, Rapunzel, and Flynn Rider coming in to the castle in the first Idana. Thank you, Steve's Road. I knew you would know it. I still can't pronounce it. Anywho, that was an interesting theory, saying that this pair of siblings has some sort of ability to birth kids with magical defects, because Rapunzel has the ability to give life, and then Elsa has these ice powers. And so the other theory is that Anna may have powers, but it was striked when Elsa stroked her in the head, and she lost her powers and lost all memories of her powers, and may be regaining it in this movie. All sorts of theories out there. It's really interesting, and I'm really excited to see what's to come. All right, let me see what else we have here. The only other theory that I wanted to talk about tonight that I thought was pretty interesting is, we all know that Frozen is inspired by the Snow Queen story. It's an original story called the Snow Queen. And in the Snow Queen, there are evil trolls, and the trolls do evil things. And even in the book that in Frozen, in the first movie, there's a scene in where the troll is doing some sort of magic over the king, and he's laying down on like a piece of rock or of some sort. And so the question is it evil magic? Is it good magic? No one really knows. So there's another theory out there that the trolls could be turning on them. I don't know. That seems a little bit far-stretched, but I could see because of the origin of Frozen. So yeah, it's all interesting. Look into this. I'm curious to hear, what do you guys think? Do you think Anna will have powers in this? Will the new characters be the villains? What is more likely here? And one other thing that I wanted to discuss was the possibility that Anna may not have powers, and she may be the one that has to kind of strive to find Elsa once again without powers. And that might be the strength in Anna as a character, is that she's a princess that is doing things out of her power is love, and that is what kind of warmed Elsa up in the first movie. So that was an interesting portion as well. Steve, you think that Anna will have powers? Yeah, I think it'll be definitely interesting to see how this all pans out, really. So I gotta say, Frozen has a lot of hype, had a lot of hype, and has had a lot of hype for a long time. And it gets pushed aside because we're all kind of sick of Let It Go. But honestly, I feel like it has been an incredible film. And there's so much to talk about Frozen that I'll keep for another time. But hey, Road Trip Dave, good to see you. Long time no see, sir. Sven develops powers and Olaf moves into the Matterhorn. That's awesome. I think that would be excellent, Timothy. Sven developing powers, that would be really cool. He develops the power to clone himself. Okay, and then we have, she will find out she has magical power and saves Elsa. Yes! I love that, Steve and Raphael. I think that is so cool. You know what was interesting, another theory that I was listening to, was that Elsa, or Anna, has like this supernatural strength power. Because if we see, they put different scenes in Frozen where she like punches, what's his name, Hans, in the face, and he falls back. And so her punch is so powerful, he falls back. Then as like a girl in the castle, she like accidentally throws a statue across the room. Like we're talking about a heavy statue. She's just flinging it across the room. She flings a tree against the snow monster out of nowhere. Like she just has a supernatural strength throughout the whole Frozen film. So that was interesting as well to think about. Does she develop more strength in this Frozen 2 film? Like, is that her secret power that she's learning about? I don't know. It's definitely really cool to consider. That's why the scene with all the Sven clones, he can make a herd of himself. Yes, Timothy, right. I'm thinking that might be the case here. Sven has the ability to clone himself, and he is coming with Kristoff with his cloning powers. Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious. Dee, did you watch Once Upon a Time? Did I watch Once Upon a Time, Stacey? Of course. I did stop watching it at some point. When they did the Frozen arch, they had a character that ended up being their mother's sister, and she had powers similar to Elsa. Maybe they are bringing some of that in. Yes! I've heard of that theory too, which is interesting. Maybe mixing the Once Upon a Time story with Frozen 2. I don't know. I don't know that that'll be a possibility, but that storyline was very interesting in Once Upon a Time. I actually love Once Upon a Time because of that. They kind of twist things up and stuff. It's kind of fun. Anna and Elsa create their new kingdom like the Matrix. Olaf will be the one. That's awesome. I love that theory, Road Trip Dave. That is incredible. The one. There's some weird theories out there about Olaf being their grandfather. And I think it was tied to this Once Upon a Time theory. Very interesting stuff. Frozen X-Men. Yes, that's awesome. Heading out, going to watch Wreck-It Ralph for the first time. Yeah, I know. Wow, enjoy Wreck-It Ralph. That is a great movie. I want to see the second one. Still haven't seen it, but I hear it's really good and all about friendship and stuff, and I'm all about that sort of thing. Hopefully all goes well. We are going to Walt Disney World in October, but it depends on my in-laws' health. Yes, Stacy, we are praying that your in-laws' health as well so that we can see you in October. I think that would be excellent. Have a good night, Raphael. Goodbye, Alana. Thanks for joining in. We appreciate y'all. Well, there is something else you, me, and there is something else you, me, Dee have in common. We should do a Once Upon a Time stream as well. Wait, who? Steve? That was one of my favorite TV shows ever. What? Really, Steve? Steve and Stacy, you too. Y'all have great taste in shows. I definitely trust you two. Spoiler, Ralph Brexit. That's hilarious. Dee, you probably said this earlier, but what did you think about the Frozen 2 trailer? Road Trip Dave. I thought the Frozen 2 trailer was epic. Oh, Hook would be your favorite character, Steve. I could totally see that. I thought it was great. I mean, there was very little to say about it. Like, there's not a lot you can say about it. There's a lot of theories going around, but it was just so intense. I don't know if you had a chance to check it out, Dave. I would highly encourage you to check out our trailer reaction with Alex watching the Frozen 2 trailer. He has an epic theory about what happens at the end and who Anna is attacking that I won't spoil it now, so you can go watch it. But it was so cool. I loved the intensity of the music. It became increasingly intense. They showed real fast clips of what's to come, and it just made me want to watch it there in the moment. So I thought it was excellent. I thought the animation and the music once again was great. There's a lot of two new characters in particular that we got a glimpse of, which was nice. We get a glimpse of Elsa using her powers again, which is exciting. We see all of our favorite characters, Olaf, Sven, Anna, like all that is exciting. And overall, it's a darker themed movie, clearly. Like we can see that there's a huge battle that's gonna happen. And that is exciting to me. It's not gonna, I have a feeling that the music composition for this isn't gonna be as Love is an Open Door-ish, you know? Like, it'll be more maybe like Let It Go type of music, like more just somber, not like, you know, the summer song. So it'll be interesting in that regard. Like, I wonder how intense it'll be. Like, can my 3-year-old handle it? Nonetheless, he'll see it because he loves it. And he'll be 4 by then. He'll be much older. But overall, I thought it was an excellent trailer. It's probably one of my favorites, even though there's not much said about it, but it allows the mind to just run wild on imagination, which I think is great. I think that's what Disney should do, is let our imaginations run wild until the very last moment and give us something that really, really gives us some confirmation. So there's my 2 cents into the trailer. Road Trip. Dave, what do you think about the trailer? Did you enjoy it? Was it too much? Did you wish there was more? Was it not enough? And do you think that Anna gets powers in this movie? Does she develop powers or does she stay powerless? That is my question to all of you. Leave a comment down below and let me know. Do you believe Anna gets powers in this movie or not? I'm curious to see what the population here is. So that's about it. That's all I have for you guys. This will most likely be our last Disney Talk Tuesday regarding movie trailers. I'm going to move on to a new series in March. Yes, I do realize we have one more February week. Next week, what I'll probably do during Disney Talk Tuesday is do an epic 1-year review of our last year of Disney Trivia Nights and Jeopardy, and just kind of review and recap and see if Miguel can join me for that, and we can just talk about our favorite moments and maybe even share all the extra Jeopardy questions that we never got to next week. So join us next week for that nice year recap of doing Disney Trivia Night. And then in March, what I'll probably be doing is a new series, still in the movie realm, but I'm going to probably do a comparison of movies. So our first comparison will be Frozen versus Tangled, and we will talk about different categories of each of the movies and give it a ranking, live chat ranking, and see which movie comes out to be the winner. So yeah, if you are excited for that, please come back out. I think it'll be fun. And yeah, it's not fair. Frozen 2 and Frozen in general and Tangled is pretty hard to choose between. Those are 2 of the greatest. I know, Steve. It's intense, but I think it's gonna be fun. It'll be fun to talk about, you know. Welcome in, Danelle. Good to see you. Okay, I bet Anna's power will be something related to love. Yes, our Midwest life. I totally agree with you. I think it does have something related to love. I mean, what's interesting too about it, maybe Elsa and Olaf being in that circle where it was a heart, a fiery heart, like maybe it's something related to Anna's love fiery power, and maybe Elsa isn't fighting against it, maybe she's training against it. Maybe they're helping each other train against a bigger villain. I have no idea. I'm making stuff up. This is what this whole stream's about. Anyways, that sounds like a lot of fun. Yes, Stacy, I hope you do come back. Road Trip Dave, I'll be honest, I'm not thrilled with it, primarily because I'm thinking Anna will end up getting powers. I would be interested in the dynamic with the current setup. Yeah, Dave, interesting. So, not a fan of Anna getting powers. I could see it either way. I'm excited at the thought of her getting powers, but I'm also okay with the thought of her not getting powers, because we need kids to know that you don't need superpowers to be awesome. And Anna is really a great Disney character to look up to. I mean, True Love's Kiss. I mean, that was, I gotta stop. We'll talk more about it, Frozen versus Tangled, but I mean, it was just an epic movie for sure. So it'll be interesting to see what the dynamics will look like if Anna now has powers. So, Anna could have fire powers, yes. There needs to be a big-chinned villain to fight. Yes, we do need a big-chinned villain. I totally agree. We need a longer trailer, not just a teaser trailer. Yes, Stacy, I totally agree, and let's hope that it's coming pretty soon here. Exactly, Dee. Thank you, Dave. I have been here watching on PS3, but haven't been able to be in chat. PC finally started up. Also, I need to watch this trailer. Yes, Danelle, you need to watch this trailer. Not only do you need to watch this trailer, you need to watch Alex's reaction to this trailer because it is pretty epic. He has an awesome theory on who Anna is hitting at the end. So check that out right after this. It's only like a 5-minute video, I think. And that's about it. That'll wrap it up for us. Going way out on a limb, I'd like to see Olaf be an extension of Anna's powers. What? Mind blown, Timothy. You need to come every time we do these theory nights. That would be really cool. Except there is some sort of connection between Elsa and Olaf, since Elsa made Olaf. So it'd be nice to see how the connection is with Olaf and Anna. That's a really good theory. I like that a lot. Like Dia saying, you need to watch the trailer reaction video. Alex is the best. Absolutely. Back. Sorry, internet was acting out. No, Haley, why? We missed you. Haley, real quick before I end the stream here, do you think Anna will be developing powers in Frozen 2 or not? That is my question to you. The new Frozen looks incredible. Yes, agreed. I'm super excited about it. I'm glad that you were able to come on here at the last couple minutes. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. As always, I hope you all have a magical week. I am looking forward to seeing you guys next week. I'm hoping Miguel can be with me next week, which used to be the norm, and now hopefully he'll be special guest appearing with us. So please come back next week and let's talk about Jeopardy. Oh, let me catch up on some last minute comments. I am interested to see if Elsa is trying to learn how to walk the ocean in order to see she is trying to find out what happened to her parents. Yes, Road Trip Dave, that is one thing that we talked about earlier today. I'll show my kids the trailer and see their reaction. Yes, Danelle, it'll be pretty awesome. She might, wouldn't that be amazing? Right, Haley? And last one, she also created Marshmallow, but Olaf had the connection with Anna. Ooh, Timothy, great point. I like that a lot. All right, you guys, thanks again so much for coming out tonight. Have a magical evening, and always, life is a prize. Live